Welcome to Star Family Tarot. Your intuition led you here. The theme for this video is simply, what do you need to know? This is a timeless message. Whenever you find this video, there will be something here for you. And today I have 3 cards and 3 corresponding crystals to choose from. And before choosing a card or crystal that you're drawn to, be sure to take a deep breath and ask your spirit guide team to help you choose which card is right for you at this time. They love to help, but you've got to ask. And if you found this channel, you are an old soul and probably a light worker, so welcome. Without further ado, for card number 1, I have this gold sandstone moon for card number 1. For card number 2, I have a rose quartz heart. For card number 2. And for card number 3, I have a green calcite star. Green calcite star. So take a moment, pause the video if you need to. The timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, card number 1. If you chose this gold sandstone moon, this message is for you. So first of all, I pulled a card for you in advance about the general theme for what do you need to know. So first off, I will read that message to you that I channeled. Then we will pull some more tarot to dive in a little bit deeper, followed by a clarifying oracle card. And lastly, we will end with the Spirit Animal Oracle card. So for you, card number 1, we have the 3 of Inspiration, which in the traditional tarot would be like the 3 of Wands. You are occupying a liminal space-time where you have taken the necessary steps toward your vision, but it has not yet actualized into your reality. Although it is increasingly becoming lighter, we live in a dense reality where things need to take time to shift into place before your dream is truly manifested. It is like you are the star of a stage play. The stage hands must ready the stage, the sets must be rolled and carried into place, the actors required for the scene must be on their X. You, as the star, would not walk off stage before the curtain came up. You'd trust that the scene would be set. This is your sign that the dreams you've dreamt recently are orchestrating into alignment with you. Your opportunities are expanding as long as you can hold the faith in your vision as the creator being that you are. Maintain your momentum as you stay tuned into signs and synchronicities that your opportunity is making its way to you. So I love that. Hold your center, hold the vision. Let's find out more about what you need to know. Here, card number 1. In your past position, you have the Queen of Inspiration, also known as the Queen of Wands. My favorite queen. The Ace of Materials in your current energy. Very cool. The Hanged Muse in your challenge position. The Four of Materials in your advice position. And Death in the final outcome. Don't fear the death card, card number 1. It's a beautiful transformational card, not literal death. Okay, card number 1. So it looks like you have been / are currently in a highly creative and collaborative space. This Queen of Inspiration being in your past position tells me you've been supercharged with creative magnetism, especially following the Three of Inspiration representing the general theme. That card, it definitely is, the channeled message that I gave is correct for you, but I feel like adding onto it that it is such a creative time, like a time where you're really inspired to follow your dreams, to follow your creative pursuits and seeing where they lead you. And the Queen of Inspiration, I'm sure, is carrying you into your current energy. So it's not like this is the past and it is no longer. I would say this is the foundation for your current energy, more like, instead of saying it's the past, right? Like you're building on this energy, so it's still available to you for sure. But this queen is highly magnetic, and she walks to the beat of her own drum. I think that's the saying. Yeah, she walks to the beat of her own drum. She does not give a flying F what anyone thinks about her. She will do what she pleases in a way that serves the collective. She is the embodiment of confidence. She is the embodiment of determination, but in such a joyful way. And that's what's magnetic about her. This is expression for the sake of expressing, not because you need any certain outcome in mind, or you need to hit a certain deadline or make a certain amount of money or get a certain number of followers or have influence over a certain type of person. This is just, I feel this burning inside to express, and I'm going to follow that bliss. I'm going to follow those creative impulses that feed and stoke the flames within. This is also ultimate like self-acceptance, right? Like that's this feeling of this eyes closed, head feeling or tilted towards the sun, feeling the warmth of the sun. And the self-acceptance piece is the courage to follow whatever your creative impulses tell you to, despite what society may deem as appropriate, despite what your peer group may say is appropriate, despite what your family may say is appropriate. She's kind of like this black sheep in the tarot. Traditionally, instead of this cheetah here, is that a cheetah or jaguar? Let me know in the comments. But she has a black cat in the traditional tarot, which means she's kind of like on the outside, or she's a rebel, or she's kind of on the outside as a rebel. This is a strong visionary energy that has been in your recent past, but again, it is carrying on into your current foundation of energy. So it does suggest that you've had experiences or influences that have empowered you to step more into your creativity, to step more into your intuition. Like I'm being highlighted to that she's having this ray come down and open her third eye as well. She's fully activated here. And also with her hands. So it's like that creative expression, like what are you creating through the power of being connected with your higher self, through your intuition, through your third eye being open here and blossoming. So, like I said, this is my favorite queen. I absolutely love this energy and love it for you. And in your current energy, we have the Ace of Materials, which is like this fresh, new opportunity that's coming in the form of a material opportunity, usually in the form of a monetary gain, but it also could be a new project, a new venture that will eventually lead to monetary gain as well. So it's all about financial opportunities or opportunities that are existing on the material plane. So all of this inspiration that you've been feeling, that's been building within your being, it's now going to produce something for you that is tangible, which is so beautiful. So it would seem that you're currently at the beginning stages of a practical or a tangible endeavor, like a new project, a new venture that holds all of the potential for success. It holds the promise for success. This is a gift from the universe, and the aces are beautiful because they hold all the potentiality of the entire suit within them. So what seeds have you been sowing with these downloads of beautiful divine inspiration that have been coming down into your being in this liminal space with the Three of Inspiration? What seeds are currently germinating now? It's just, again, it's reinforcing that your manifestations are coming through, and they're coming through in the form of monetary success, which who doesn't want more of that? And in your challenge position, we have the Hanged Muse, which is like the hanged man in the traditional tarot, but in this deck, there are no men. So it would seem that, this card is typically about surrendering. It's about changing your perspective. That's why she's upside down. It's about how can you shift your perspective to expand into a more flexible position and to see how things are working out for you. So because you may be in the middle of waiting for a manifestation to come through, that surrendering to know that it's on the way could be the challenging part, as it is for all of us. So it's like knowing that you know what you know here with this eye being illuminated, and finding the spiritual expansion that comes from surrendering to the universe and knowing that the seeds that you've planted will grow. It also could indicate that you're facing some sort of obstacle that would require you to let go of old patterns or beliefs in order to find a fresh perspective or an innovative solution. So what old beliefs need to be let go of to carry you into this new world that you're creating for yourself? What limiting beliefs are there? Are you starting to doubt yourself now? Or are you continuing to hold this energy of the Queen of Inspiration? Are you continuing to hold that magnetic self and building upon that? Because it's available to you. And it's really interesting because your advice position is the Four of Materials in your advice position, which is all about that initial stability within the pentacles. Like in this deck, it's materials, but in the traditional tarot, it would be the Four of Pentacles, which is like the fours are all about stability and structure and foundation, and like having all of those little things in your process. If I'm thinking of like from a business perspective, your daily processes, everything that you have in place, like the structure of your day, the structure of the tools that you're using to help you. Because especially if you've been swirling around in this really inspirational energy, maybe you may have overlooked these daily processes that are really going to set you up for success. So in the acting as if your manifestation is about to come through, what would you need to have set up for that to come through? What new software do you need to get? What kind of like checking cards do you need to have set up? Or bank accounts, do you have your bank account set up for your business? Like those types of things. I'm thinking if this is a business, which it seems like it is, if it's something else that you're waiting on coming through, like a new project, then let me know what it is in the comments. I'd love to hear. But this advice here is suggesting that you focus on the practicality for the moment, and I feel like that would also bring some balance to all this swirling, beautiful fire, inspiration energy as well. How can you get a little bit organized? How can you maybe even look to someone for financial planning, or do some research about how you can best financially plan for yourself? But what tools do you need to set up in place to help you achieve your goals? Because they are coming for you, let me tell you. So I love this card. This is your final outcome. It's death. It's parts of your old self that are shedding, parts of your old skin that are being left behind at this time, so you have way to make room for the new things that you're calling in. So it feels like for you, instead of like a death of like a part of self, it's more just like a death of your old life, because you're creating all this newness for yourself right now. So it would seem like this is a profound change. This is no little change like, oh, I got a new haircut and I really like the way it looks. No, this is like change on all levels of your being. So what, again, it's that shedding, right? What we talked about with the Hanged Muse. Like, what old belief systems and patterns can you let go of to step fully into this next greater and grander version of self? Because this is what's available to us now in this current energy, is profound transformation, evolution, expansion of spirit. And in order to expand, then we've got to let go of our old skin that doesn't fit us anymore. It's too tight. That's why she's screaming in agony. She's like, the skin's too tight. Just kidding. But absolutely gentle reminder that endings are necessary for new beginnings. So after death, there is always rebirth. That is the nature of reality. It just continues on. Beautiful reading here, you guys. Let's go ahead and pull a clarifying oracle card just to get a little bit more information about what you need to know at this time. Card number 1, please. Good choices. Expect a positive outcome from the good choices you've made in the past. In alignment, forethought. Beautiful. It's calling to this in alignment here with her higher being, being in alignment, acting on those impulses here with that 3 of inspiration. Now you're waiting And this is, again, just assuring you that what you've been calling in is coming to you because you made those choices that you did. Awesome. And finally, we're going to end with the Spirit Animal Oracle. And if my style of reading resonates with you and you want to dive deeper into your specific situation, I do offer personal readings at this time, and you can find that info in the description box. This is a new channel, so if you did receive any helpful insights or clarity from this reading, please like, share, and subscribe for readings every week. Wow, I feel like this is really spot on with the advice of the Four of Materials, and also that you're in that liminal space right now. Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. There is a time to act and a time to focus your attention on patient strategizing. The arrival of Brown Bear Spirit signals that you are best served by foregoing hard work toward your goals at this moment and instead taking the time out to meditate or just to take a nap so you can refresh yourself and begin planning what you want to co-create next. Yeah, taking a time out with that hanged muse. Come to know the lay of the land as you contemplate and imagine what you might do in this vast space of possibility before you, and begin forming a plan. Remember, sleep allows for dreaming and rest allows for clear-headed strategizing. How might you become the person you wish to be and experience whatever your heart desires? Insights will arise as you explore the possibilities and begin envisioning your plan. Knowing what you want will ensure you use your energy wisely in the days ahead. Be patient at this time. Again, be patient. Relax and become and peaceful so you can recharge. The call for action will come later, and it is a coming, y'all. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to leave it there, sending you so much support, love, and light on your journey, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hello, card number 2. If you chose the second card out of the 3 in this rose quartz heart, then this message is for you. So I went ahead and pulled a card for you representing the general theme for what do you need to know in advance, and I channeled a message for you about that card. So I will read that to you first. Then I will pull some more tarot to dive in a little bit deeper to those energies, followed by a clarifying oracle card, and then ending with the Spirit Animal Oracle card. So for you, card number 2, we have the 2 of Materials. Double 2 action there. Have you been seeing 2s? Synchronicity here. I see her juggling her roses faster and faster as they begin to rain down around her. It is not sustainable for her to expect to catch them all, especially balanced on this gem beneath her feet. In order to have a higher quality of life, she needs to focus on bringing fewer roses into full bloom. Spirit is asking you to prioritize all that you're attempting to juggle at this time. We are conditioned to believe we can have it all, but only if all arenas of our life maintain a healthy balance. How might you be overwhelming your nervous system, spreading yourself too thin, or neglecting your own peace and well-being? Spirit is asking you to get grounded through gentle movement or time in nature so you can hold your center and find ways to reprioritize your commitments. It's okay to say no to prior engagements when they feel like a burden. It's okay to let go of a commitment that you can revisit at a later time. Consider how you can manage your resources and avoid burnout. I know this feeling all too well. Let's pull some more tarot to find out more here. Card number 2. All right, we have the Nine of Inspiration in your past position. Just like the Nine of Wands. Nine of Emotions in your current energy. Just like the Nine of Cups. 2 9s and 2 2s for you guys. Strength in your challenge position. Whoa, the Hermit. In your advice position. That is making a lot of sense. Oh, wow. An awakening in your outcome. What y'all getting into card 2? Look at these 3 major arcana cards here. With some big energies that are going down for you. Okay, card number 2, jumping right in. In your past position, we have the Nine of Inspiration, which is like, it just tells me that you've really been through the ringer. Like, and through being through the ringer, or via being through the ringer, you've developed a strong sense of resilience and determination and overcoming obstacles, because it tells me that you've traversed this entire path. So this is the foundation for this reading, or for your current energy rather. But that also makes sense with how hard you must be working now. Because it feels like you haven't, in your past position, it's like you did not put down anything to continue traveling on this road. You just kept going and just kept going and just kept going. And that's kind of what is the general theme here now, is that you're taking on a little bit too much at this time. It might be overwhelming to maintain. So it's a beautiful thing to have learned what you can handle. But it's, like I said, with the Two of Materials, it's no longer sustainable for you to keep operating, taking on so much. So here is your permission slip to put something down for sure. So it looks like you've faced some serious challenges here. But this being in your past position, I feel like your road of challenges and obstacles, it's coming to a close here. This energy is closing out, especially with everything else that I'm seeing here. It's like your initiation of going through these obstacles is leading to, without jumping ahead, great spiritual awakening here. So I feel like the worst of it is definitely over for you, and you'll have come through the other side with knowing what you're truly capable of. I also want to note that everything that you've been through, it looks like you were able to face it with perseverance, with courage, and it's shaping probably the way that you're tackling too much at this time. Like you're just got to keep going, keep persevering. And that may have been appropriate to get you through these hardships, but it's not something that is seemingly, I would urge you to see if you can change your perspective and see if there's something else that you can let go of at this time, so you can start to enjoy your life. Because in your current energy, you have the Nine of Emotions, which is really ultimate emotional satisfaction. And it's also the wish granted card, as you can see with this genie lamp down here. She is calling in her genie. She is calling in her wish here. and it's orchestrating around her. She knows that if she acts as if she can have it, then it will show up. So it's like acting as if you are at peace emotionally, acting as if you are in harmony will actually bring it about. And that's not saying that you're bypassing, it's not saying like you're avoiding things. It looks like you've been traversing with courage through your obstacles, and because you went through and not around that path, calmer waters are now available to you. Fulfillment, emotional fulfillment is now available to you. Emotional harmony, inner peace is now available to you. So that's what's on menu for you right now, feeling deeply connected to your feelings, feeling deeply connected to your surroundings. And it probably has something to do with just feeling a reprieve from all of the obstacles that you've been going through lately. So again, like acting as if your whole world is orchestrating in perfect harmony will help to bring it about. This card can also signify like a gift from the universe, because again, it's like the wish granted card. So whatever you've been praying, hoping, asking, longing for, it is coming to you at this time. Make the wish and it will be granted. Ask and it is received at this time. It is a positive message from Spirit that you're being recognized here. So make sure you're dreaming nice and big, because the universe owes you one, so the universe can be in balance again, since it seems like you've been through some tough times. It's all got to balance out here. You're like, pay me what you owe me, universe. And in your challenge position, we have the Strength card. And to me, this feels like it's about facing fear. It's about getting up every day and facing your fears and doing it anyway. So yeah, it's realizing that you've been cultivating this inner strength. You've been cultivating the courage that it takes to face your fears, to face your shadow elements, to face parts of yourself that you've deemed to be unworthy, that you've deemed to be bad, or judging them to be a certain way. So I would really urge you to really be in deep communion with yourself at this time, because a lot of times the hardest part about the shadow work is knowing that we need to do it. It's like that call to do it, and then hiding from it, and then continuing to hide from it, and then that just makes it bigger and scarier in the dark shadows, when really if we take the time to look at it, a lot of that fear can dissipate right away. So how are you doubting yourself at this time? How are you doubting that your circumstances are going to work out in your favor? How are you doubting that the universe is going to show up for you with this gift that it owes you? What is it about your life or yourself that you're doubting at this time? And how can you tap into those inner reserves, that inner strength that you've, like I said, been cultivating through your trials and tribulations at this time? Because you have the inner reserves. This card would not show up if you didn't have it within you. So that's what's on offer right now, is to start building yourself up, to start building that confidence for how you've been showing up. And now it's time to show up for yourself. I feel like this may be about showing up for others and having so much on your plate, showing up for others. And now you need to extend that same love to yourself. And I'm not trying to get meta, but I'm feeling called to say this, that a lot of times as people pleasers or as givers or as empaths, we extend so much care and love and support to others, not realizing that how you treat yourself is how you feel about God's creation, because you are part of God's creation, right? You are, however you think about God, you are part of the universe. So to deem yourself unworthy is to deem the universe unworthy, to deem God unworthy, so I would really urge you to sit with that and see how that makes you feel. And that can point you in the right direction. Because if that feels difficult to receive, then there's definitely something that wants to be brought into the love of your awareness there. And in the advice position, just kind of building on what we've been saying, is the Hermit, which is all about introspection. It's all about distilling the essence of your inner voice, distilling your own essence even further, the process of distillation of your own essence. And the only way to do that is to kind of tune everything else out for a bit, especially with how much you've been juggling and feeling overwhelmed with. It's time to just be with yourself however you feel like you can tap into yourself. It doesn't have to be through like sitting in lotus meditation for 12 hours a day at a silent retreat. It doesn't have to look like that. It can look like, rocking out to your favorite music, just doing some therapeutic crying, to dancing around, that kind of thing. It can look like doing some whatever art or creative project that really lights you up and makes you feel like you, carving out the time for that. It can look like being in nature and just getting back into a natural rhythm with the earth, and feel what a relief that is for your nervous system. I think that being in nature, I feel like with this, how this card is depicted in this deck, I feel like it's probably a non-negotiable for you at this time. So what little sliver of nature can you be in solitude at this time? Let me know your favorite place in the comments to be in nature. Mine is the forest for sure. How can you pause for self-reflection so you can strengthen your inner light, so you can shine even brighter, so you can show up with even more full force, so you can replenish at this time? Because if you can do that, then you are on the brink of a major spiritual awakening at this time. This is all about enlightenment. It's about spiritual growth, expansion, and a profound shift in consciousness. I'm not sure how many of these we get in a lifetime. I'm sure it's different for every soul, but this is a profound shift in your consciousness that will always be for the better. Sometimes it's difficult the more you know, the more knowledge that you gain. It can be a little bit challenging, but once you it's so funny. I was going to talk about altitude, and then I noticed these peaks of this mountain here. It's like you have this shift in expansion in consciousness, and you reach higher points in elevation. Let's just say like higher points in elevation. And then sometimes you need to acclimate to new levels of awareness, acclimate to new heights in elevation. So this is a beautiful outcome that you could ask for. So this is a significant aha moment at the very least, but more than likely it's going to bring about a radical shift, a radical transformative change in your life. But at the very least, it's going to be a beneficial realization at this time. So beautiful outcome here for you guys. Loving this. Let's go ahead and pull a clarifying oracle card. Card number 2. What do they need to know? Wow, you cannot make this stuff up, you guys. Pause and reflect. Be mindful of your self-talk and solve your problems with the fullest mental clarity. Stagnation, release, stillness. Absolutely. Be mindful of your self-talk. What parts of yourself have you been neglecting with the Strength card? Facing your fears. And then pausing and reflect, Hermit card, right? Pause and reflect so you can come out rejuvenated and just shining your glorious essence out into the world so you can handle more. But first, it's time to pause, reflect, retreat, and release. If you're looking for more support as well, I will link an inner child healing meditation that I did. You can find them anywhere on the internet, but I'll link one for you if you are called to start your shadow work immediately. And if my style of reading resonates with you and you want to dive deeper into your specific situation, I do offer personal readings at this time. And you can find that info in the description box. This is a new channel, so if you did receive any helpful insights or clarity from this reading, please like, share, subscribe for readings every week. All right, card number 2, final message, please, for what card number 2 needs to know. Wow, and I just realized that you guys have 3 9s here. 3 9s. Let me know if that's a synchronicity for you. Have you been seeing 9s a lot? 9s are endings. 9s are endings so you can step into your new beginning, your new consciousness. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Wolf spirit leads you deep into the enchanted forest that holds the secrets to your life. Can you sense her beckoning you to follow, asking you to take all you have learned and all you are learning and make it yours? Can you integrate it all into your mind, body, and spirit? Whatever lessons you learned along the way, do not leave them unexamined. Wow, you guys, I just have to pause for a second. Seriously, like, everything that you have been through with the 9 of inspiration and the 2 of materials, and now it's asking you to integrate by facing your fears and going and pausing for reflection so you can integrate and emerge an awakened being. So sorry. Do not leave them unexamined. Be loyal to your dreams, to your soul, and to turning knowledge into wisdom and experience into magic. You are the only one you have been waiting for. Be still and know that the sound of your heart beats in harmony with the whole world. The appearance of wolf spirit is an auspicious omen that says you are truly in alignment with your destiny. Wow, this is beautiful way to end this reading, you guys. I'm gonna leave that there for you, sending you so much support, love, and light on your journey, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hello, card number 3. If you chose the 3rd card out of the 3 and this calcite star, then this message is for you. I went ahead and channeled a message about this card that I pulled in advance for you. So I will kick things off by reading that message to you. And then we will pull some more tarot to dive in a little bit deeper into those energies, followed by a clarifying oracle card, and ending with a spirit animal oracle card. So without further ado, card number 3, we have the Hermit. Such a beautiful spiritual card. Switch hands here. You contain the wisdom that you seek. In this lifetime and spanning beyond this lifetime, you've lived countless valuable experiences. There is wisdom yet to be gleaned from these moments, moments waiting to be transformed through your contemplation and introspection. Spirit is asking you to reflect even more deeply about how you've been shaped for the better by all of these lived experiences, especially the ones you've still judged as negative. How might they have made your light brighter? How might this light illuminate the path for those who travel the same road behind you? Even though you contain the wisdom you seek, it may be beneficial at this time to connect with more spiritual sources, materials, and groups that you're drawn to. As long as you're leaving enough space for active reflection, through practices like journaling and meditation to connect more with your own energy than you are with external energies. This is a time for further distillation of your own essence, so your inner voice is the loudest one you hear. Love this for you. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot to learn more. Card number 3. What do they need to know? Wow. These are 2 of the best cards in the deck, and they popped out. This one popped out first, followed by this one, so I'm going to take this one for your past. Let me show it to you first. For your past position, we have the 10 of emotions. 10 of emotions, which is like the 10 of cups in the traditional tarot. And then the Sun, which is one of the most positive cards in the deck in your current energy. Just go ahead, feeling called to cut this deck, and then we'll move on. Pulling. Are you kidding me? The World, but it's in your challenge position. Look at this card. Glorious. You ain't playing around. The 6 of materials in your advice position. Okay. Love the 6s. And the 3 of materials in your final outcome. Cool. Okay, card number 3. In the past, we have the 10 of emotions, which is signifying complete emotional fulfillment on like every level of your being. So it feels like this is the foundation for your reading, not necessarily a past energy that's bygone and, no longer available to you. If it's happened before, then it absolutely will be available to you again. But this is like signifying a period of emotional contentment, fulfillment. And it's the type of contentment that involves others, right? So involving community, involving family, involving your peer group, involving a group, just any group in general, even if it's a small group, even if it's you and your dogs. So this is representing a significant emotional milestone that is influencing your current energy for sure. It's the completion here. Like this is completion. The 10 is completion. But it's also a new beginning. So you've completed emotional satisfaction, fulfillment, and you also have one foot into your new beginning here with the 10. That's why the 10 is so beautiful, because it contains the 1, the energy of the 1 and the new beginning. For some of you, this could be, because it's in the past position, it could be emotional fulfillment that came from a family structure that's no longer set up the way it is. Like for some of you, it could be like a divorce or a relationship that ended, or something that you felt like was very emotionally fulfilling for you that you no longer have. But I feel like for most of you, this is about finding harmony within your emotional body and in all arenas of your life, right? So it's like emotional fulfillment at work or whatever it is that you do with most of your days, within your family structure, within your contributions, within your spiritual life. It's that type of fulfillment that happens on every level of your being. Interesting. And in your current energy, we have the sun, which is like radiating positivity, radiating joy, success. And it also in the tarot represents like the ego self as well, like the self that's projected. The sun is the masculine force and the moon is the feminine force. And this would be your outward facing self. Your outward facing self is feeling very positive, and experiencing success currently. So you are currently in or are about to enter into a phase of abundance, of happiness, of optimism, where everything is going well and you're feeling optimistic about the future. And again, this is your ego is experiencing this, not necessarily I'm feeling called to say this, that this is like, and your ego is not anything bad. We all require an ego. It's our persona. It's how we move through this life. If we were just like this untethered soul, then we wouldn't be able to accomplish anything really. So here in this reality, we need our ego, and it should not be demonized. It should just work in harmony with the rest of our being. But it feels like this is your egoic self that is experiencing success. So this could be like some kind of achievement, some kind of recognition, or just like moving to another level with the work that you're doing, with the way that you're experiencing the world. Maybe even after a period of reflection with the Hermit. Or maybe you're experiencing this joy and the success in your, like through your ego self, and you're seeking more and seeking deeper understanding, you're asking more spiritual questions with the Hermit. So you've accomplished what you need to accomplish in your physical world with your ego self, with your public facing persona, but maybe on the inside you're asking some deeper questions. You have this yearning to learn more about the nature of reality, about the nature of your soul, about your spirit. That could certainly be a reason why you're here now, listening to me. And in the challenge position, you have the world, cosmos, which represents ultimate completion. It's the final card of the Fool's Journey in the tarot. This is completion. It's like transcending above the physical reality. It's completion on like a soul level. It's a graduation, really, like a graduation into a next level of reality. But because it's in your challenge position, it feels like you could be maybe resisting transitioning into a new phase in your life, or having some resistance around completing some major goal, some major success, some major emotional fulfillment at this time. It feels like you could have some resistance moving forward in some way, even if you know, like you consciously know with your conscious mind, this is good for me, this is what I want, this feels great, I would love to move forward with this. But maybe your subconscious or some part of you, maybe your inner child, feels like, is it safe to move on to a new level? Like we've just mastered this one. Can we hang out here for a while? Why do we have to keep moving up and moving on and expanding and transforming and evolving? Why do we have to keep doing this? Why can't we just like be comfortable for a while? But I would urge you like to remember that if we were just comfortable all the time, then it would be so boring. And that's why we're here in Earth School. For better or for worse. So what challenges are you facing at this time relating to embracing change, relating to embracing transition, and taking that leap of faith? Because this is also, it's reminding me of the Fool as well right now. And the Fool's journey is like taking that leap of faith, taking that risk. which is beginning the next cycle, right? Are there any loose ends that you need to tie up before you move on to this next level, before you transition into the next level of being? Also, I would urge you to celebrate your successes as well. Like, fully bask in those glories. Maybe that's what your challenge is. Your challenge is that you would like to stay and celebrate for a little while. Celebrate this level of completion, this culmination of energy, this great success. Celebrate that the cycle has ended. I think it's really important to, with reverence, with almost like a ritualistic kind of approach, to celebrate these milestones. So allow yourself to breathe and enjoy those accomplishments, and maybe that will help you accept this change and transition that you're going through. And in your advice position is the Six of Materials, which is, it's all about balance. You can see this beautiful flow of energy here, this equal give and take here. It's all about finding balance, but finding balance in materials, which is like the pentacles in the traditional tarot. So it's about physicality. It's about the material world, which is usually in our realm represented by money, by finances. So it feels like this is about work because of these two cards. But for some of you, it could just be about the way that you are receiving money at this time. But in your advice position, it's asking you to perhaps look at how you can find balance and harmony in regard to your material resources, whether it's through sharing with others because you have achieved these beautiful milestones and now you're feeling like, well, I have so much, can I give? And if that's not you, it could also be about budgeting, creating a budget that feels really good, feels really in balance. It feels like it's maintaining this level of emotional fulfillment for you and doesn't feel tight and like a squeeze. How can you find equity within your financial world? Maybe for you, the balance with the Six of Materials could also be about accepting help, accepting charitable donations. So asking yourself, is there charity that I can give, or is there charity I can receive? Accepting help from others, making sure that all of the power dynamics are in balance. Because if you've been saving and saving and saving, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you've been saving and saving and saving, then and that money's just sitting, then it starts to get stagnant, because money is energy, and when money is stagnant, it's not able to flow and circulate. So I'm not saying go empty out your savings by any means, but just making sure that you have a healthy balance and circulation of financial materials. Because both of these parties here that are in this dance, that are on either side of this financial exchange, they're leaving feeling empowered. It's a win-win situation. So the advice would be to look for the win-wins situation. Look for something that's equal in balance when it comes to how you're operating financially, how you're distributing what resources, giving and receiving of yourself. If this feels like it just doesn't really have anything to do with finances for you, this could certainly just be about examining your relationship with giving and taking with others as well. Is that in balance? Are you giving as much as you're receiving, and are you receiving as much as you're giving? And then the outcome for you is the Three of Materials, which is a beautiful energy. It's all about teamwork making the dream work. It's about that magic that can come when energies are woven together, like with this braid, right? They're woven together with this magic of others. It's about doing this quality level of work that can only come when others are involved with your projects, with your endeavors, when others are involved with the type of work that you're doing in the world. It's cooperation. Your next level of success is perhaps calling you forward to a more collaborative approach, or continuing collaboration, or expanding collaboration, or partnerships. Because this will lead to tangible results. This will lead to material abundance. This also, like, I'm being called to this level of 3 and you being the one in the middle. So how are you making sure that you're mentoring the people that are one step behind you, and receiving mentorship from those that might be one step in front of you? Because that is also about the balance of life, right? And that's how we're growing, making sure that we're passing on what we're learning and growing that way, and that also that we're receiving mentorship as well. So how can you work with others that's mutually beneficial for all? And respecting each other's talents, contributions, and the individual essence that everyone can bring to the table, because that's going to create something that you couldn't possibly create on your own. So really overall positive reading here. Let's pull a clarifying oracle to get a little bit more information about what you need to know. Card number 3. Encounter. An unexpected encounter will slowly alter the course of your life. Keep an open mind. Surprise meeting by chance. Ooh, a little intrigue. I love it. This is giving like 3 of materials. It's like you never know who you're collaborating with, and how that could alter the course of your business, how that could alter the course of your success. Beautiful. And finally, we're going to end with a Spirit Animal Oracle card. And if my style of reading resonates with you and you want to dive deeper into your specific situation, I do offer personal readings at this time, and you can find that info in the description box. And this is a new channel, so if you did receive any insights or clarity from this reading, please like, share, and subscribe for readings every week. Ooh. All right, these 2 cards popped out. Koala Spirit, Spirit has a plan, and Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. Give me a second to pull these up. This may go a little long. Who doesn't love some more cards? Extra cards. They're close in number, 33. When Horse Spirit appears, you're gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It's time for travel and adventure, whether that means a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom and choice. Freedom of choice. Horse Spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and choices that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, a better state of being, for there is no one but you to reign in your will to make a different decision. You're capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. Horses are social animals and known to be a friend to mankind, willing to carry us forward when we need it. Horse Spirit reminds you that help will be available to you whenever you need it, and companions will be by your side wherever you choose to go, whatever direction you choose to travel. Life is an adventure, and Horse Spirit wants you to know that whatever choices you make, you have great spirit within. Invisible yet holding you up, always walking by your side. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all forms. Spirit whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of your perfectionism and stubbornness. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to control. Yeah, I feel like this is about the sun and the cosmos challenge position. This interesting. And then take which one of these resonates for you. They might not Both of them might not resonate for you. So let's see what koala spirit says. Spirit has a plan. In nature, the koala moves slowly through the branches of the eucalyptus tree, leisurely chewing the leaves, reminding us that life is not a race or competition. Chasing around after every distraction can keep us from recognizing that we have all we need and that spirit will always be there with gifts to sustain us. You're being asked to trust that by moving slowly with faith in the abundance that is everywhere, surrendering to a power greater than yourself, you will be able to experience the manifestation of your desire. As you take your time enjoying the riches available to you right now, sitting peacefully, you begin to radiate the joy and abundance you seek. Spirit is here to help you discover happiness, pleasure, and contentment, all gifts that are yours now and in the future. Have faith and trust in Spirit's plan for you, and know that you are loved and cherished. Yeah, this is giving like the hermit vibes, like being in your own essence, that distillation of your own essence, and really slowing down and soaking up the sun that is available to you right now, so you'll be prepared to move on to your next cycle, your next transition. But I'm going to leave it there for now, sending you so much love, light, and support on your journey, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.